their cell phones.
Thank you for being here. That's great. Thank you.
Hi everybody, this is Arthur from Aday in Telos. And you know, it's supposed to be spring somewhere in this world, but we keep getting this snow and rain and wind, and you know, it's incredible how the weather modification is bringing all these whirlwinds and tornadoes and back east. I sure hope we don't get them. Hey, if we get an earthquake or two, we can handle it, because we like to rock and roll. Yeah. Hey, I got a really beautiful lady here. Her name is Susan Isabel, and she's going to talk about prophecies of 2012. Susan, welcome.
Hi, thank you, Arthur. Thank you for having me again today.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Wonderful.
What do you bring to Mount Shasta? What do you bring to Aday and Telos? The world needs to know.
Well, there's a lot going to be happening in Telos. A lot. We are now in the Maya 9th wave.
The 9th wave.
And it is...
Is that Ray?
No, it's a wave. It's a wave.
Okay, wave.
We are entering into, we're in the last day of the Maya. They, over time, creation, as you read in the book of Genesis, the world was created in 7 days. Right. Well, the days are actually periods of time, and the Maya were given the instruments, crystal skulls, to keep track of that time.
Wow, that's really good to know. I'm sure a lot of people wondered how they could be something done in one day like that.
No, it's over time.
It's over time.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we're in the last part of that time now, in the 9th wave. And what that means is it is a compression of time.
Compression of time.
Of everything that we have learned in the past, everything that we're bringing forward from our past incarnations, our past lives, pulling it all together and getting it all resolved right now.
Wow, right now. At the end of time, we got to be resolved. Is that it?
That's it.
Wow, better get your stuff together, people. Hey, you got some books over here.
I do. John Kalaman is probably the best known keeper of the information about the waves of time in the Maya calendar. I really think that he's on target, and if anyone has an opportunity to read this, even though it was written several years ago, it's still applicable for today, because this is the time is now.
The time is now.
The time is now.
This is what we've been waiting for hundreds of years.
For thousands of years.
Thousands? Oh, yes. Gee, I better get in time. Yeah.
Like over 3,000 BC to the present moment. The 9th wave actually started on March 8th, 2011.
Okay.
It will run all the way to October 28th, 2011. So we are in the final phase right now. Everyone is focusing on 2012. There's lots going to be happening in 2012, but right now is the time when we're beginning to have the events on the Earth.
Right.
These are the things that we need to be paying attention to. And it's how humanity begins to respond to the challenges that are being brought to it. You mentioned about the tornadoes and about the weather and all of these things that are beginning to happen on the Earth. This is a culmination of all of the things that we as humanity have put out there. Now it's coming back.
Ooh, payday, huh?
It is payday. In fact, many people are calling this Judgment Day.
Ooh, rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
With the judgment.
Yeah. you know, it was just a day after, actually 2 days after the 9th wave began, that we had that huge earthquake in Japan.
Wow. Are you on that, right?
First challenge. Last 18 days,
yes.
There's 18 days of light, 18 days of darkness. A challenge will be presented, and then we have 18 days to work on that.
Wow.
The next 18 days, the next day arrives, and then we have 18 days of day.
So are we finished with that particular?
We're done with that particular piece, but there will be others that will be presented all along.
Right, and then it'll be like, can we look at like a time frame?
It is.
Time frame, all right.
Yeah.
So do you know what's coming up next?
Do I know what's coming up next? Yeah. I think globally, we are being brought into a unity consciousness. Where if you watch the news, you can already see what's happening in the Arab lands and in Israel and all over the earth. People are throwing off the cloak, the uprisings are occurring. This is part of that unity consciousness where we throw off all the old stuff and getting ready to embrace that which is coming, that which is good. So we have heaven on earth. It's going to be here.
Heaven on earth.
Heaven on earth.
Wow. You know, you make it sound more enlightened and not so much darkness around the whole concept of what might happen.
And it really doesn't matter what happens.
That's it.
Because even if we should shed our bodies, we're going to incarnate back into a time and into a new society that will be much higher in its energies.
That's it. You know, I was at a meeting over the weekend, and this one guy was asking, he was asking about 2012. He said, there's this scenario and that scenario. And I was just sitting right next to him, and all of a sudden, Spirit just took over my whole consciousness, and I stood up, and I threw him a DVD of the Mayan calendar, and I said, but what if there is no scenario?
There you go.
And everybody in the whole audience is like, wow, maybe we're all talking about something that really isn't going to happen.
I truly believe that we are now coming into the phase where we are going to begin to co-create. After the October 28th, 2011 time, we're coming into a totally different period of time, all the way through December 21st, 2012, that during that time we are co-creating. If we can connect to the divine energies, we are made in the image of God, as we are told, and we carry that light. Humanity has to come together and has to unite its mind, its heart and its mind. That's why I'm keeper of the Sacred Heart.
The heart and the mind.
The 13th crystal skull of the Maya. It is mind and heart coming together. If we can do that, Arthur, we're not going to have any problems.
You know what you just the whole thing just came to me. When I look at the mountain of Mount Shasta, I see a face there. When I look at the Shastina, there's a heart.
Yes.
Mind and heart.
Yes.
Right here.
Exactly.
Woo, girl.
You got it. Yeah, I actually have pictures of that. I call it the Lemurian face. It's right on the whole front of the mountain. And right in where that's the heart, every year, and we should be looking for it now, in the right-hand side of the heart, there will be a whole form. And 3 years in a row, we had the whole image of Kuan Yin.
Oh, my.
In that, her whole image in snow on that side. So look for it this year. And everybody in Mount Shasta, take a look at that.
Great.
It is beautiful.
Hey, what's happening in 2012?
Well, as we draw closer to 2012, there's several things that are about to happen. I am looking forward to May, June, and July of 2012.
20th.
May 20th, 2000 is when I received the first half of the crystal skull, the Sacred Heart. And on May 20th, 2012, here at Mount Shasta, we're going to have a full solar eclipse at noontime. That is almost to the very minute and hour that I received the skull. Yeah. just around noontime.
So maybe 11:30 or so?
It takes a little while for the eclipse to occur.
Right. How long, do you know?
I think it goes until like 1 o'clock. It's around 1:13, I think it is.
Go on about.
Okay. The second half of the skull, which then makes the heart, I received 4 years later at the beginning of the last Venus transit. So that was June 6, 2004.
Right.
June 6, 2012, over Mount Shasta, the path that we can view the Venus transit will be right over Mount Shasta.
Another right over this.
Another one right
now,
over.
what does that really mean?
To be honest with you, I'm waiting, along with a lot of other people, to find out exactly what that means.
What it's going to do.
I do not believe it's a coincidence that we have the crystal skull here at Mount Shasta. It is the heart, and it's with the heart that we go home.
Yeah.
It's with the heart that we ascend. Is that an ascension time? Question mark, question mark. I don't know. Good possibility. Jose Aguilas, who I dearly loved and followed for many, many years, recently passed away.
Right, yeah, we were just talking about.
Yeah. And on July 25th, 2012, is what the Maya call the day out of time.
Ooh.
And on the day out of time, July 25th, 2012, Jose had planned on having a global rainbow bridge, ascension bridge, to move us into the next dimensions.
Wow.
And even though he has passed, I just encourage everyone.
You can do it, still
let's
do it.
Yeah,
it's
let's
a great
do
idea.
that if we're still here.
Yeah.
You know,
oh, wait a minute.
Maybe
if
we'll
we're
leave.
Still here.
Maybe we'll leave after. Who knows? We can hope.
Hey, now on May 20th, what's the plan to do while this solar eclipse is happening? Is there something that you have in mind that you think that we should focus on?
I absolutely do, because right after the May-June events, we go into the sign of Gemini. Ooh. Which is the twins.
Yeah.
And I really feel that the masculine and feminine sides of this heart actually are the twins, and they actually make this come together. Is that an empowerment time? I think so.
I think so.
I actually have been advertising that during this time frame that we would do the Mount Shasta Heart Pilgrimage. And as part of the Mount...
What will that do?
What will that do? I just encourage people to... I think it's going to be a time when everyone will have gone through the phase of unity consciousness, and then we're ready to start co-creating a new world.
That's it.
This is the end of time.
Wow.
So what goes beyond the end of time?
Our own creations that we put together.
That's right.
Hopefully we're really strong and together with that. Wow.
Yeah. So all across the earth, people have been coming to see the skull. They've been coming to Mount Shasta. It's the 7th sacred mountain.
7th sacred.
It's the last one. This is the activation mountain for people.
Wow.
So as people come into Mount Shasta, they are enlightened with the light, the energies that are here, the presence of the angels. In the sky, we have clouds that seem to reflect what we're thinking at the very moment.
Wow, that's the truth.
Yeah.
That's
all of us who live here know that.
Yeah. Hey, who is this guy right here?
This is Wotan.
What is it?
Wotan.
Wotan.
Yes. And he's connected. He's really connected here at Mount Shasta.
Wow.
And I've been doing...
Can you get a light on that? Just hold it still there for a minute and see. Can you get that?
I've been doing crystal skull readings, because the skulls are actually a representation or an amplification. Okay. And the 13 crystal skulls are said to have been brought to earth by the son of the divine couple.
Wow.
So that is the mind or the record of the thought of the creator for this creation. So why not connect with the mind, the thought of the creator, the great dreamer, through the crystal skulls. So
wow.
I do readings with him. He's amazing.
You make me just think about things that I haven't thought about. How do you connect? And we'll have to talk more about that. And more stories on that particular subject there. You have another book here.
Oh, yeah, this is actually my third book. And this one is talking... I want you to hold him. I think you'd
this
enjoy...
guy here?
He's heavy.
Oh! What is it made out of?
He's 14 pounds. It's pure crystal.
How many pounds?
14.
That's pretty heavy for 14, let me
It's
tell you.
14 pounds.
Hey, buddy, how you doing? Look at this guy.
If you ask him, he might answer you, so...
Hey, what's good for breakfast? Nothing. What's good for love? An open heart? Oh, wow.
See, you already heard.
Wow, this is incredible. You know, I can feel the energy. And when I look at the round and the skull itself, and back here, it's incredible. So, your second book, that book right there. Wow. Thank you.
This one's called
Can we put him over there?
Yes, called The Cosmic Eve. And in The Cosmic Eve, I write about the coming together of the masculine and the feminine energies, and meeting our twin flames. Because the 13th crystal skull is male and female. Okay. They are a matched pair. When we came out of light, in the mind of the Creator, we're made in God's image, male and female. We came out, we separated, male and female.
Oh, that's
2011 is the year of the coming together, 2 by 2, going through the 11th, the doorway, into a new creative energy. And when I wrote this book, I wrote this back in 2004, spoke about this very day and this time.
Wow.
That we would
be... amazing.
A lot of people are meeting up with their twin flames right now.
Their twin flame is so important at this time. I really know, because I can feel, I can feel people when the two flames are together, they're actually, there's a balance and there's a brighter light around both of them. I've actually can see that now.
Doesn't always mean they get along, though.
Hey,
because we act as a mirror.
When we have twin flames, I mean, if they're going to be like me and like her, and we're like, I'm sure there's a little friction there, but you know what?
Yeah.
That's part of life, living and getting to know each other.
Yeah, we mirror. We mirror one another. Yeah.
That's really where it's at. We mirror each other. Boy, don't be yelling at me. Yell at yourself.
Well, during this time, this year, I've had so many couples come together to me at the Shambhala Center, where I have the store and where the skull is there for people to see, that have found their flame, their twin flame. And,
find your flame.
Yes, this is the year.
That's important.
Because our true creative abilities begin to manifest when you can work with the aspect of yourself.
That makes sense.
That.
Yeah.
When you can work with the aspect of yourself, the positive and the negative, and work it together in the energies, is when creation happens.
That's it. Things start. Let's see. I want to say the. What's the word I want to use? Well, anyway, it'll come to me. But yes, when the two are together, more things open up for the pair.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. In the divine aspects, the masculine holds the thought.
Oh, my.
Holds the thought. Divine feminine is that part that allows creation to occur. This is why when a man and a woman come together, a child results. When couples who are truly twin flames come together, the divine masculine thought is projected, the divine feminine takes the thought and then moves it forward to help create. With the passion. With the passionate energy allows creation. You're right.
Wow. Say that again. That was so good. I got to hear it twice.
You know, in this month, this is the month of May. I'll explain it another way. This is the month of May. If you were down in Central America, you would see little blue crosses all over the countryside. When I was there in May 2000, I asked Jose, who was with me, as a guide, a Maya guide, what are all those little blue crosses all over the place? And he said to me, oh, well, this is the month of May. It's the month of the Divine Mother. And I said, okay, well, what does that mean? And he said, well, the people would go out and place these little blue crosses in the countryside, and people can do that. This is the month of May. Go ahead and do it. Put your petitions. Divine Mother comes through the countryside, and she picks up all the petitions, and then she brings it to the Father, who then, Father Shayak, and he dreams it into the reality.
Wow.
Do you remember what the bleep? And about the dreamer?
That's what I'm saying.
The great dreamer, the one who is the observer. This is how it works, even in the Maya culture. And if we could understand that and employ that, you know that little saying that behind every successful man
is a successful woman.
That's right. And it allows that creation to occur for people.
Well, that's a good thought there. Wow, incredible. Yeah, you always bring more things to my table that I need to think about that are really very full of light.
Yeah. Speaking of full of light, the mountain is undergoing some changes right now. And if people are cognizant of it, did you see those huge lenticular clouds that we had a week ago?
And what we saw? You know, it was like the universe of angels were there. The flying saucers were there.
We had the most incredible lenticular clouds. They were just stacked, one upon the other.
And it ended up being like on Sunday, there was like 4 or 5 of them all.
And everyone, I believe, in Mount Shasta felt the incoming energy that came in with that. This was the sweetest and most beautiful Wesak I think I've ever experienced.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was really good.
The energy was beautiful, and it hasn't stopped, and it's continuing. And part of this unity consciousness, this is a symbol of unity consciousness. When the people begin to come together and hold a purity of a thought, the other things will begin to fall away. Okay? There is a division, a natural division in dimensional energies, in the height of the energies. And that's what we're experiencing. And there's going to be more, Arthur, as we go on through 2012. This little community, I think, is going to get stronger and stronger. Adjustments will be made, and we're moving into a different age, a different way of thinking.
Age of Aquarius.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Didn't we sing that?
Yes. I've been saying the age isn't here yet. It's going to come. It's going to come. And now I can see it right now.
We're moving into it.
Yeah.
An outpouring of spirit, an outpouring of love for everyone.
Yes.
And that's where we have to get to for true ascension. The
outpouring of love. Hey, you know, I want to invite all of you in the world to be here before May 20th, 2012. A few days, let's get prepared for it, because it's going to be such an over-the-mountain, off-the-hook event that the whole world is going to be here. They're going to be here. There's cameras from station to station and televisions that are going to be showing just what's going to be happening here. And your new store is right at the base of the mountain. And we have such a perfect view of what is happening up there. This gorgeous mountain.
The Shambhala Center, 101 West Lake Street.
101 West Lake. West Lake?
West Lake.
West Lake.
Yeah, Mount Shasta.
Mount Shasta. Now, tell me what the 7 to 6, you know, we were talking about that. Now, this was so funny, but it was so real.
Yeah.
All right, so this used to be a 76
It used to be a 76 Union gas station years ago. And the 76, of course, makes 13. So it's 13 union. Isn't that a perfect place for the 13th crystal skull to be during Unity Consciousness?
My gosh. Now, did you plan that?
I did not plan that.
Somebody put that one together.
Yeah. For a whole week, I heard angels. And at the end of the week, that place was presented. And I believe it's a gift and something that will be used for the entire city of Mount Shasta.
Yes, yes.
And we're opening it up to everyone.
Now, you're having vendors this weekend.
Yes.
Are you having any vendors in the future?
It'll be all summer long.
Oh, great.
From July 4th on.
Oh, wow.
Every weekend.
Oh, every weekend?
Every weekend.
Oh,
to give all the
that's gonna be
crafters and
precious.
everyone an opportunity to use that space, to be seen, to be heard, and let's get some messages out.
Did you hear that? If you want to vend at Shambhala, right in the heart of Mount Shasta City, this is the place. Go to see Susan Isabel, and she'll hook you up with. When you look at the mountain, you'll see the head. And you know what? I think it's really the crystal skull up there looking into heaven. You know,
I do too.
if you want to see something really spectacular, be there on on May 20th, 2012. And be there February 11th, because I'm going to have a big party. Isn't that so awesome?
Oh, yes. It's
Thank you
awesome.
so very
Thank
much.
You, Arthur. Thank
I
you.
think we're going to close this show up. And I want to thank my guest, Susan Isabel. I want to thank my camera people and Paz and Audra and all the people that are here. And stay tuned for the next show coming up, which is going to be the 100th show. Woo! Off the hook, we're on our way. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Thank you, Arthur.